fourth and last, unless you want the recap video, episode of our mini-series comparing the hardware Fusion SSL versus the plugin. If you missed the first 3 videos on Vintage Drive, Violet EQ, and Stereo Imager, I'll put the links here and in the info box down below. In this video, we do the HF compressor. Let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to MixFest TV. Hope you're having a great day. Before we start, please check the info box down below for my mixing courses on Pro Mix Academy, free plugins, special discounts and offers, and of course the links to the SSL plugins that we're gonna be testing in the next few videos. And if you really want to learn how to mix and master professionally, click the join button down here, become a MixFest TV member, access the already big and always growing library of full mixing courses, start to finish, on so many different genres, mastering courses, special videos, and a lot more. And if you learn something from the channel and the videos are helping you, please consider the new feature, the super thanks down here, and support the channel. Let's get to the video. All right, like all the other plugins, we have a difference here between hardware and software. We have a mix knob, which could be fairly useful. We also have an auto gain. We are not going to compare the two because we don't have that on the hardware. We also have a listen function on the plugin, which is very useful. Test is going to be the same as before, same files, run through the plugin, run through the hardware, only the HF engaged. Let's start. Okay, very first impression, I think everybody can hear it. The plugin chokes a little more than the hardware. Now, could be a difference in gain staging and settings. So I'm gonna try to match it. Since that the plugin seems to compress more, I'm just gonna back off the threshold a little bit and see if we can match it. Yeah, you can get closer. It seems like at the same settings, the plugin pushes a little more than the hardware, but it's still duller than the hardware. So I'm gonna go like 12 o'clock with the crossover, which is 6K. Nope, the plugin is definitely duller. If I back off the threshold, you can tell it doesn't grab as much as the hardware, so the hardware is pulling more, so it's not fair, and yet it's still a little bit duller. When you actually have them pull the same amount of gain reduction, the plugin in that case is definitely duller. Let's try another song. I gotta say something. Get out. I can't breathe. Get out. I can't sleep. You all hear it, right? I mean, this is kind of obvious. The plugin kind of takes the life away. It's funny because I was expecting this model to be fairly similar, but that's kind of a big deal, especially when you think about it. This is a detail-oriented module, right? So it's a specific compressor for the high end. So when you touch this, you talk about like final 2 bus touches or mastering territory. So something like this is pretty significant. I don't know how to describe it. The plugin really chokes the top end, and it seems like the higher you go in frequency, the more it chokes. While the hardware, it kind of keeps the bandwidth open, right? But it kind of tames it. So let's put it this way. If it was an EQ, the plugin sounds like a slope. It gets darker and darker as it goes higher. The hardware would be a shelf instead. That's how I feel. Let's play it again. And I'm gonna try again to back off the threshold to try to match the hardware, just in case, you know, the gain staging is a bit different.
I gotta say something. Get out. I can't breathe. Get out. I can't sleep. Your love is turning nuclear. Your love is turning nuclear to me.
Nope, still no.
I gotta say something. Get out. I can't breathe. Get out. I can't sleep. Your love is turning nuclear. Your love.
I mean, with several dB of adjustment, you again can get closer. Still, there's something about, especially again, if you listen to the transient of the high percussion, the hardware maintains and retains all those transients. And again, it doesn't seem to really choke the top end. The plugin does it a little bit, a little too much for my taste, to be honest. All right, let's go back to be a little more conservative with the settings. Let's do crossover at 12 o'clock. All right, last song. Even if we look at the indicator light, they are fairly consistent. Yeah, this is definitely consistent across all mixes, but I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. I actually really like the HF compressor on the Fusion. I use it probably 9 times out of 10. I would not use this as much, to be honest. It really kind of dulls the top end too much for my taste. If I had to go plug-in for something like this, I would pick something else. There's something about the HF compressor, which is, it keeps the top end extended while taming whatever harsh in it is there. Alternative to that, I have a Fatso with a worm circuit that does the same. I have other machines that do the same. But I really actually like the HF compressor, and the plugin is good enough. I wouldn't substitute it for the hardware. So I think this is the last video for our mini series comparing the SSL plugins against the real deal, the hardware Fusion. We've seen the vintage drive, which was by far the module that had the most difference. We've seen the Violet EQ, which was pretty close, and then we see the stereo image, which again was in favor of the hardware, and even more the HF compressor in this case. If you want to see a video with a recap, so all the SSL plugin one next to the other compared to the full on, all the modules on the Fusion, let me know in the comments down below. We'll try to make it happen. And again, if you want to see other plugins versus hardware, I mean, there's some few things to pick here, so let me know and we'll get it done. If you are learning from the videos, please consider using the super thanks and support the channel. It helps a lot and it allows me to do more video for you guys. Also stay tuned, because there's gonna be a massive, the biggest news that we ever had on the channel soon. All right, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Stay safe. See you next time.